Hi everyone, I'm Coral. Welcome back to my channel. This is a video that will be added to my Paperbacks from Hell series, and this is where I read and review a book featured in Paperbacks from Hell by Grady Hendrix. And this is just kind of, to showcase what's going on in there. So a lot of these books are hit or miss. And today I'm going to be talking about The Traveling Vampire Show by Richard Laymon, which was a total miss for me. I know there are so many Laymon fans out there. This is the first and only book I've read of his, and this is one that I see, when people on the internet, when people in the horror community talk about what Laymon to choose, which one's the best, this one gets talked about a lot as people's favorite. And so, in my mind, I'm thinking, well, if this is the best he has to offer, like, why would I read anything else of his? Because I did not like this. So I guess let's get into this plot. This one was published in 2000, which is really interesting because it definitely feels older, and that's not just because it's set at a earlier date. I think this says 1963. It feels like the author is also very old. You know what I mean? Like, his ideas about things seem very old. And this copy was published by Leisure Books, so there's that. In this book, we're mostly following a young man named Dwight, but he has a friend, I think Rusty, and then their friend who is a girl, Lee. And they make up like this trio, and Dwight really has a crush on Lee, which is just prevalent throughout the entire book. Let's see, how does it say what age they are? I don't know. They're like late teenagers, like not, I don't think old enough to drive, but around that age, maybe like 15. These kids, they're palling around. It's late summer. They're bored and they're looking for something to do, and they see a flyer for something called The Traveling Vampire Show, and this is showcasing the voluptuous, mysterious, beautiful vampire Valeria. And of course these kids like are dying to go now, and unfortunately they're not able to buy tickets on their own because you do have to be an adult to buy tickets, and I'm assuming to also attend, but who knows. So most of the story is them trying to get to the fucking vampire show, them trying to convince somebody to buy tickets for them, them traveling to where the vampire show is gonna be. And really it takes like 300 pages in this edition to get to where they're going, and then some fucking weird shit happens with the vampire stuff. And really, like, we don't see the vampire much at all. I don't know. This is a book where it's like, what even happened here? I don't know. There's lots of talk about breasts. There's lots of weird stuff with the vampire and about her body. And Dwight just like has a raging boner the entire time. And like, I get it. He's a teenage boy, but like, I just don't feel like that is a compelling storyline. If I wanted to read about teenagers being in love, I would pick a different genre. Not that that's like, I don't know. I don't want to be one of those people who is gatekeeping and saying like, well, this doesn't belong in the horror genre, but does this? I don't know. I mean, there's a vampire, and these kids have some experiences with people when they're trying to get these tickets to see the vampire show that are a little bit I don't know, not spooky, but like intense maybe. But like, all in all, this was just a huge letdown for me. It feels like a teenage boy writing, which is part of, I don't know, I guess what turned me off, because it was so much like boobs and being in love with your friend, and in a way that is just really not interesting to me. Maybe it's because I didn't grow up as a teenage boy, but I don't know, I guess, because my experience is not that. So I don't know. Is that it? I have no idea. So yeah, that's really all I have to say about this. I did not like it. I'm very sorry to the Laymon fans out there. I know most of you will probably have a very different opinion of this book because, like I said, at least from what I've seen on the internet, Laymon fans really love this one in particular. So now I just really don't know, where do I go from here? If I've read this one, which is supposed to be his best one, and I did not like it, what do I do? So if you have any ideas, let me know. I think I have his book Blood Games, I believe. I haven't read it. I'm not really feeling inclined to now. So let me know. Should I try it out? Like, I like trashy horror, but this doesn't feel... I don't know. This feels trashy in a way that's not entertaining to me. It's hard to explain. It's just so boring to talk about your teenage friend's boobs for 300 pages. You know what I mean? And I'm like... if you've read it, you know, the shit with the vampire is just like off the handle. It's so fucking weird, and I just don't even know what to think about that. It's very weird. Anyway, that is The Traveling Vampire Show by Richard Laymon. This was a book that was featured in Paperbacks from Hell by Grady Hendrix, and this is a review about this book because it was featured in Paperbacks from Hell by Grady Hendrix. And I've been reading these and I keep forgetting to like do separate video reviews about it. Usually it's just included in my wrap up, or like I just did 2 that were in Paperbacks from Hell, but I did them for a trope video. So now it's like, well, are people gonna be bored because I'm like reviewing these books but just in like a different way? So I don't know. Tell me what you think, I guess. And tell me what you thought about The Traveling Vampire Show. Did you like it? Do you like Laymon? What's your favorite Laymon? Where should I go from here? I don't know. Anyways, I do think that Richard Laymon looks like probably a man that I went to church with, which is kind of hilarious. But anyways, that's all I have to say about this. Thank you all so much for watching. I'm sorry if this is your favorite book. It can still be your favorite book. I just really didn't like it. That's all. Thank you. Goodbye.